Hello, boys and girls. Looky, 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 loo. Just disappeared over there. Tiger stripe clouds. Look at that. That one isn't leaving a trail. The one that passed about 30 seconds before has left a trail.
My wife and I had plans to become hoteliers, and we decided that developing a destination restaurant and having a small number of luxury guest rooms was a business that we wanted to develop, and to do so in a great wine region. We visited the wine regions in Portugal and Spain, Argentina, in Chile, all over New Zealand and all over Australia. And we found the Barossa Valley. And we really felt that this was one of the world's great wine regions that did not yet have an international quality restaurant and an accommodation that would draw international visitors to the area. The world already knows that the Barossa makes outstanding wine. What the world doesn't yet know is that the food here is every bit as good as the wine. A common comment is, I wish I had known how wonderful this place is. I should have stayed 4 nights, not 2. This organization of great wine capitals of the world is a particularly well-known, well-respected, highly regarded collector of experiences in the truly best wine regions of the world.
I like to visit my favourites, but I also, as I said, I'm always on the outlook for something that I haven't heard about.
I like driving along dirt roads, you know, and find something different, you know.
Different wineries, new wineries.
If you can get up to Two Hands Winery, I think that's a real hidden gem.
Two Hands has just got an outstanding range. The wines there are big, they're powerful, jammy, you know, everything you want from a Barossa wine.
Langmile, they have the oldest vineyards in the world, just about. They've certainly got the oldest vines in the world.
They're these really gnarly looking things. They look amazing.
It's just, you know, love of good food and good wine. I mean, I think it's that combination, you know, it's really nice to get the two of them together.
Hentley Farm, you know, is really, really exciting what they're doing there.
Hentley Farm, I think people should go to Hentley Farm. Their restaurant there is astonishing. Their food is incredible. Fermentation is developing a huge reputation for fantastic food.
Oh, Vintners Market, that's fantastic. They have everything. They have sweets, dried food, chocolates, juices, gelati, meats, processed meats, the goat meat, salmon and things like that, and of course the cheeses.
I love all the food here, particularly Brian Pearson's chocolates and Fudgett's fudge. That's my sweet tooth coming out of me.
Carmilla's curry place, that's a real eye-opener. It's very nice.
I love buying things from markets and being able to chat with someone about them because I just feel like it's a much better experience. You know, if you talk to someone, they'll always have a recipe, they'll always have a way of cooking something that you haven't considered, so you always learn things.
I love that cheese shop in, is that Anguston I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
Barossa Valley Cheese Company, Victoria's doing some really lovely things there with both soft and hard cheeses. She's, you know, won all sorts of awards.
Apex Bakery in Tanunda, they've got the longest running wood-fired oven in the country and they make fantastic sourdough bread.
The Lindock Bakery, I swear it's got to be one of the best bakeries in Australia.
Oh, I forgot to mention Maggie Beer. How could I forget that? That's ridiculous. Maggie Beer. Visit Maggie Beer's farmhouse.
If I'm ever trying to impress people with like a food platter, if I'm going out to dinner, I always gather things from there. Because,
Maggie Beer stuff is
people are always impressed when you bring that.
People are always impressed.
We bought the fancy pate.
And like the pheasant one, like that's one of my favourite ones. That is
Beautiful sort of country, lovely people, you know. Really nice place to just get away for a sort of a weekend or a day, you know.
There's a lot to do, there's a lot to see, and you need a bit of time to do it.
Just get in the car, come out. You don't need to get your car serviced or get new tyres. It is a 40-minute drive away.
That's true.
Get up there. Don't go to the bottle shop and buy a Shiraz. Go to the Barossa and actually go to the cellar door, walk in there, experience the atmosphere.
We're a cool state. We've got some awesome produce, awesome producers, and we're proud to show them off.
At Kaliski, we're sustainable across all aspects of the business. I guess fundamentally it starts off in the vineyard. So we've been certified organic and biodynamic since 1998 on the property here. So what that means is by fundamentally not using any chemicals in the vineyard, so no chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, fertilisers, things like that. It's all about getting the health of the soil in balance, so promoting good fungi, bacteria, earthworms and so forth.
We're getting quite a few people that are really interested to come out to the farm, have a look around. Of course, we talk them through the winemaking process, which is relatively straightforward and traditional, but we like to show them the compost heap, get them to, weather permitting, you know, touch and feel that, have a sniff of it. It really smells quite sweet, almost good enough to eat. So I think people can then really, you know, understand the basics and what we're trying to do there in getting the soil healthy and balanced. And so we talk them through that, walk them through the winery, and then of course we have also got a solar system, so we're self-sufficient for power, and we've got quite a large catchment from the point of view of rainwater, so self-sufficient for water as well.
For the actual wine point of view, I think it means it makes potentially better quality wine and more authentic wine, which really represents the time and the place where it's grown. So I guess, you know, wine is all about where it's grown, the soil. And by growing it nice and naturally, organically, biodynamically, I think you get the best expression of that soil. So then that the characters come through in the wine. It's really showing, I guess, our Kaliski vineyard, a Kaliski wine, as opposed to just a generic wine from wherever, which I think, you know, using conventional methods can dilute the authenticity of that wine.
You look at the, you know, food side of things, and a lot of people are, you know, eating organically or eating foods with, you know, no preservatives, less preservatives. So People are becoming much more aware of how their choices affect their health and affect the environment. So we're seeing that from a wine point of view as well.
Hi there, Simon from simonwoods.com. I have two GSMs today. What is GSM? It's nothing to do with the phone signal. It's, if you're a Spinal Tap fan, there's a song that they refer to as GSM, Gimme Some Money. Obligatory Spinal Tap reference in a wine video, has to be done. Grenache Shiraz, stroke Syrah, Mourvèdre, that's what it stands for. It's the blends that Australia's been doing probably for 15 years now, maybe even a bit more, aimed at not aping or emulating Chateauneuf du Pape, but Shiraz by itself, both of these wines are from the Barossa Valley. A lot of the Barossa Valley is too hot for Shiraz by itself. Grenache is a much more forgiving grape for all that heat. Mourvèdre too. But Syrah in a little bit just adds some spice and character. So not sure what the proportions of these two are, but they're both about the same price. But I'm starting with the younger of the two, which is Barossa Valley Estate GSM 2014. Give it a whirl. There's a slightly confected. No, not confected. There's a juicy, friendly jamminess to it. Jammy Dodgers. A little bit of a licorice clove, and it's quite pale in colour. Sometimes you get mint coming through in South Australian Grenache, particularly if you're in Clare Valley. But these two are both Barossa, as I said. But here, it's the mint. There's no evidence of the mint. What you have instead is this friendliness, and it smells like it's going to be tasty. Good, honest glug. I think once upon a time, I think 10 years ago, it would have been fuller, darker, fleshier than that, and maybe not as gluggable. It's not quite a wine that you'd want to chill, but on a hot day, if you took it from a cool cellar and drank it at that temperature, it would almost be refreshing. Good barbecue fodder. It wouldn't dominate, but it would complement, and those earthy spice characters that are going on underneath make it rather appealing. Let's see what the second one's like. This is McGuigan, the shortlist, and GSM again. Sometimes you have Grenache, Mourvèdre, Shiraz. You never have the MSG. Wonder why. But anyway, difference is here it's 2 years older, so 2012. And yes, it is showing that little bit more development. There's a softer, maybe jammy was the wrong word. No, yeah, jammy I think is a fair thing to say about the Barossa Valley Estate. Here, it's relaxed a little bit more, and it's getting more truffly and comfy rather than jam. And also feels like it's got more grip and more tannin to it, more substance. Alcohol-wise, 14.5% versus 14, so not really much in it, but here it feels like the raw materials had a little bit more poke, a little bit more power, but not power in the sense that it's going to overwhelm you. There's still that edge of freshness, and I look at the colour and it's definitely a red wine rather than a black wine. I like them both. I don't think this Barossa Valley Estate is going to quite evolve into the McGuigan. I prefer the McGuigan, but there's not all that much in it. They're both pretty good adverts for GSM, so go out and get some. No, it doesn't quite work, does it? I'll shut up. See you soon.
Thank you to the Pfeiffer family. This beautiful winery. Thanks to you all. See you around somewhere sometime.